Slowing down to hold my hand, richer than 100 grand. You're worth every second I could spend. Don't know what the future holds, but we'll always have our songs, and you'll always have a person to call home. It's all locked together. Wanna throw away the key. No, this moment's not forever, but we could be. I think you're the one. I think you're the one. I think you're the one. I don't know much about love, but I've seen it come and gone, and I think you're the one. Ooh. Slowly wanna open wide, heart is crossed and fingers tied. You got me riding higher than my hopes. Picture us in 20 years, kissing you behind the ears, going down in the history we both wrote. Eyes still locked together. We're not looking for the key. They say nothing lasts forever, but we can. I found you into the store right out of noon. When the night could be sweet, until you swept me up from my feet down. The rain sings, the cup smiles. You find me bird west style. The car got a flat tire, but riding shotgun eyes someone like you. So every day when the alarm blows my ears, I see you sleeping.